Now we're going to look at the first human in space. In 1961, Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human in space, making a 108-minute orbital flight in his Vostok 1 spacecraft. Mercury astronaut Alan Shepard followed soon after, becoming the first American in space less than a month later. John Glenn, soon after that, was the first man to circle the Earth. The Cold War was raging, and they were just going back and forth, evening the score. This now points us to a moment that's critical in human history when the first man landed on the moon. And that was July 20th, 1969, when Neil Armstrong became the first human to step on the moon. He and Buzz Aldrin walked around for 3 hours. They did experiments. They picked up bits of moon and dirt rocks.
Step off the limit. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Columbia, this is Houston, AOS, over. Houston, Columbia, Highgate, over. Roger, the EVA is progressing beautifully. They're setting up the flag now. I guess you're about the only person around that doesn't have TV coverage of the scene. That's all right, I don't mind a bit. They've got the flag up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the lunar. Are you getting a TV picture now, Houston? Neil, yes, we are getting a TV picture. You're in our field of view now. I'd like to evaluate the various paces that a person can traveling on the lunar surface. You do have to be. Alright, you do have to be rather careful to keep track of where your center of mass is. Sometimes it takes about 2 or 3 paces to make sure that you've got your feet underneath you. And about 2 or 3 or maybe 4 easy paces can bring you to a fairly smooth stop. Like a football player, you just have to put out to the side and cut a little bit.
From that point on, there was a number of NASA missions to space, and I will just enumerate some that were really important in the public eye. We start with Apollo 1 that burned up and tragically killed 3 veteran astronauts, Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger Chaffee, during a training session. Then we have Apollo 13, which was the 7th manned mission in the American Apollo space program, and the 3rd that was intended to land on the moon. It was launched from the Kennedy Space Center, but the lunar landing was aborted after an oxygen tank exploded 2 days later. This was very much followed by the public. Just as much and very dramatic was the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster, which occurred on January 28, 1986. The Challenger broke apart 73 seconds into its flight and disintegrated over the Atlantic Ocean. We end with Space Shuttle Columbia, which successfully completed 27 missions before being destroyed during re-entry on February 1, 2003, near the end of its 28th mission. All 7 crew members were tragically killed, and this was such a harsh and horrible event that really imprinted itself in the public's eye after the tragic events of 9/11. It was followed by an independent investigation into the cause of the accident, and at that point, President Bush decided to retire the shuttle orbiter fleet by 2010 in favor of the Constellation program. However, President Obama signed the NASA Authorization Act of 2010, which officially brought the Constellation program to an end and started a whole new era in space exploration, research, and development. It really started moving into the private arena. From 2003 to today, we're seeing huge changes in public versus private explorations and research in space travel.